It's finally here. Tonight, September 2025, a cosmic clock strikes a moment that has been written in prophecy for centuries. The old masters spoke of a night when the veil would thin, when karmic debts would be cleared, and when certain souls would feel the unmistakable pull of destiny at their very doorstep. That night is not tomorrow. It is not a distant promise. It is this very night. And if you are hearing these words, it is not a coincidence. You were guided here because you are meant to stand at this threshold. For most people, the energy will pass like a whisper. They will carry on with the noise of the world, blind to the doorway that briefly opens before them. But for the chosen, few, those attuned to signs, angel numbers, and the hidden rhythm of the stars, tonight is a turning point. Doors will close that have long drained your spirit. Ties will be cut that have silently bound your energy. And in their place, new alignments will rush in with clarity, abundance, and divine guidance. I need you to understand this with urgency. This is not a message for later. This is not something you can put aside until tomorrow. The wheel has already begun turning. Every choice you make tonight carries the weight of years. Every intention whispered into the universe will echo louder than before. And if you are still here, listening, then you are one of the souls who has been marked to hear this. The universe does not shout. It whispers. It sends nudges in the form of repeating numbers, dreams that cling to your heart, and uncanny moments where time itself seems to pause. Tonight, those whispers become undeniable. You will either step into alignment with them, or watch the moment pass into shadow. That is why I am asking you right now to pause and anchor your energy. Write 9999 in the comments as a declaration that you are releasing the old cycle and preparing for the new. 999 is not just a number. It is the ancient seal of completion. By typing it, you signal to the universe, I am ready to let go. I am ready to begin again. Like this video if your spirit feels the truth stirring inside you. Subscribe because the path unfolding ahead will not be walked alone. Each message I share is part of a larger map, and tonight's message is only the beginning. Remember, most people will miss this. They will scroll past, they will doubt, they will wait for a better time. But you did not arrive here by accident. You were guided here because you are part of the small circle chosen to awaken to this prophecy. The doors are closing, the ties are breaking, and destiny is calling your name. Tonight, September 2nd, 2025, everything changes. Above us tonight, the heavens are not random. The rare positioning of the moon forms a pattern that astrologers of the past believed to be a cosmic seal, a marker of endings and beginnings converging at once. The moon glows in a degree of alignment that is seldom witnessed, where its energy is not simply illumination but activation. It does not just light the sky, it unlocks hidden corridors of destiny. This is why you feel a stirring inside, why your soul cannot rest. You are standing at a threshold. The sun, firmly in Virgo, now casts its sharp opposition. Virgo brings precision, purification, and the demand for order. This solar stance exposes what has been messy in your life, what has been hidden under distraction, what no longer serves the structure of your highest self. When the sun opposes the moon in this way, it is as if a mirror is held to your soul, forcing you to see both the clarity and the chaos. And then comes Saturn, the great teacher, resting in Pisces. Saturn in Pisces is not gentle. It dissolves illusions, shatters comforting lies, and makes you face the spiritual contracts you have delayed. Pisces brings dreams, intuition, and transcendence, but Saturn insists that they be grounded in truth. This is not fantasy. It is divine design. What you are experiencing tonight is the merging of discipline and dream, responsibility and revelation. Together, these placements create a gateway unlike any other. Imagine a door suspended between worlds, shimmering with possibility. One step forward, and you enter a new rhythm of wealth, love, and soul alignment. One step backward, and the door dissolves, leaving only the ache of what could have been. This is why timing matters. This is why the ancients warned of nights like this. You are not late, you are not early, you are precisely on time, called here by the same force that aligned the stars above. Do not doubt it. The positioning of the moon, the pull of the sun, the weight of Saturn, they are not coincidences. They are signals, written across the sky, waiting for you to answer. Some of you have already felt it. The strange distance in relationships, the quiet unraveling of bonds you once thought were unshakable, the sudden clarity that tells you this chapter is ending. Tonight's alignment does not merely speak of new beginnings. It demands karmic clearing. The universe is preparing you for higher alignment, and the only way forward is through the completion of old soul contracts. Soul contracts are not accidents. Before you were born, your spirit chose companions, teachers, and even challengers who would walk beside you. Some entered your life to show you love, others to mirror your wounds, and still others to awaken strength you did not know you had. But contracts are not meant to last forever. When their purpose is fulfilled, the energy begins to fray. That is why relationships suddenly dissolve under the weight of this moon. It is not punishment, it is preparation. Think about the ties you've struggled to hold on to. Perhaps a friendship that drains more than it gives, a partnership built on fear instead of truth, or even family ties that keep replaying the same cycle of pain. Under tonight's energy, these ties are being severed because your soul has graduated. The lesson is complete. The karmic debt is paid. Holding on now would only weigh you down as the doorway of destiny swings open. Karmic debt completion is one of the most misunderstood blessings. It rarely feels light in the moment. Instead, it feels like loss, like abandonment, like something precious is slipping away. But look deeper. Loss in the spiritual realm is never random. When a cycle ends, when a person leaves, when a bond collapses, it is the universe clearing space for higher vibrational alignment. The love that enters after karmic release is purer. The connections that remain after tonight will be those forged not from old wounds, but from awakened strength and mutual evolution. Understand this. Most people will cling to what is dissolving. They will fight the unraveling and delay their own rebirth. But if you are still listening, you are different. You were chosen to feel the tearing away because you are ready for what comes next. Every ending tonight is tied to your spiritual assignment. Every goodbye is a hidden initiation into the life you were meant to live. The timeline significance cannot be overstated. September 2nd, 2025 is not just a date, it is a karmic checkpoint. Imagine your soul walking through corridors of time, guided by unseen hands. Tonight, you arrive at a door that only opens when past debts are cleared. If you resist, the door remains locked and the same cycles repeat. But if you release, if you let the ties unravel, you step forward lighter, freer, aligned to receive blessings that cannot arrive in crowded hands. So, if you are facing the end of a relationship, if you feel the sting of letting go, whisper to yourself, "This is not loss. This is preparation." Because what leaves tonight was never meant to stay in your next chapter, and what arrives after this clearing will feel like destiny itself, answering a call your soul has been singing for lifetimes. If you have felt sudden emotional waves these past days, tears rising without warning, frustration sparking from nowhere, or even old anger resurfacing, you are not broken. You are transforming. Tonight's alignment stirs the deepest waters of the soul, pulling up what has long been buried. These feelings are not random. They are the echoes of karmic cycles leaving your body, like smoke clearing from a long extinguished fire. Many of you have noticed your sleep shifting. Some nights are restless, filled with vivid dreams that leave you breathless. Others bring sudden awakenings at exact hours, 3:33, 4:44, angelic markers of energetic calibration. Your body may feel heavy one moment and charged with electricity the next. Some report tingling in the hands, buzzing in the crown of the head, or a pressure in the chest that comes and goes. Do not fear these sensations. They are signals of your energy field expanding beyond its old boundaries. When the energy field stretches, your soul begins to process memory flashes. Old moments return. Faces from the past, conversations you thought you'd forgotten, even childhood scenes surfacing without reason. These are not punishments. They are clearings. Your spirit is rewriting its story, lifting imprints that once weighed on your heart. You may feel disoriented, as though time itself is folding, but trust that this is how karmic release unfolds. Relationships feel the tension too. Misunderstandings arise, words land heavier, and distance grows where connection once felt secure. Again, this is not a sign of failure, but of transition. When your frequency rises, not everyone can match it immediately. Some souls will drift, some will resist, and others will eventually return stronger. For now, understand that emotional turbulence in relationships is a reflection of your inner evolution. It is easy to mistake these symptoms as setbacks, but hear this clearly. They are confirmations. The sadness, the sleeplessness, the strange sensations. These are proof that the universe is moving energy through you. Transformation is never comfortable. The caterpillar must dissolve before the butterfly can take flight. The same is happening within you now. So when the waves come, breathe deeply and remind yourself, this is my upgrade. When sleep breaks, remember you are being tuned by divine frequencies. When relationships feel strained, know that only truth will survive this passage. You are not falling apart. You are becoming aligned. Every symptom is a signal that your spirit is stepping into its new design. When the shadows rise within you, it is tempting to see them as enemies. Fear to be crushed, doubt to be silenced, anger to be denied. But the ancients knew better. Hermetic wisdom teaches that shadow is not a curse but raw material. It is the lead that, through alchemy, becomes gold. Shamans, too, understood that the dark visions in ceremony were not punishments, but teachers, guiding the initiate toward wholeness. Tonight, under the rare alignment of September 2nd, 2025, your shadows rise not to destroy you, but to liberate you. Think of the fear that grips your chest, the doubt that whispers you are unworthy, the anger that flashes when life feels unfair. These are not signs of weakness. They are invitations to look deeper. Each emotion is a mirror reflecting what is ready to be acknowledged. When you deny the shadow, it binds you tighter. When you meet it with honesty, it dissolves and transforms. This is the essence of alchemy, taking what appears dark and transmuting it into light. Your fear becomes courage when you face it. Your doubt becomes faith when you lean into it. Your anger becomes power when you honor its message. On this night, the universe amplifies the process, making it easier to release what once felt impossible to carry. The shadows that rise now are the very ones that have held you back through cycles and lifetimes. Their surfacing is proof that their time is ending, but it is not just personal. Collectively, humanity is experiencing a shadow clearing. Old structures are cracking, hidden truths are surfacing, societies are confronting illusions long ignored. This is why the world feels so turbulent, because the collective shadow is being dragged into the light. And just as you are called to integrate your own hidden pieces, so too is humanity called to integrate its own. The micro and the macro mirror one another. September 2nd marks a completion point. What rises tonight is not random. It is the final layer of cycles you have been walking for years. The shadow is presenting itself one last time, asking, "Will you resist me, or will you see me as teacher?" If you acknowledge what comes up, if you let yourself sit with the discomfort, you will notice a shift. It will feel as though chains quietly dissolve, as though something ancient finally loosens its grip. So, do not run from the darkness tonight. Sit with it, breathe with it, and thank it for its service. The shadow is not here to punish. It is here to graduate you into wholeness. And as the clock turns on this night of completion, you will feel the alchemy. What was once heavy becomes light. What was once hidden becomes truth. And what was once fear becomes freedom. Something profound is happening tonight, and it goes far beyond you as an individual. Every moment of awakening within a single soul ripples outward, touching countless others, weaving a tapestry of transformation across the collective. When you release fear, someone else feels lighter. When you choose love instead of anger, another heart softens. This is how vibrational realignment spreads, quietly, invisibly, yet powerfully, until entire communities shift without even knowing why. Tonight's alignment is not just your personal turning point, it is humanity's. As vibrations rise, you may notice new connections forming, almost as if by magnetic pull. A stranger's words resonate, a new friend appears with uncanny timing, or an old bond deepens in a way you never expected. These are not coincidences. They are the universe reorganizing your soul tribe, aligning you with those who share your new frequency. The people you meet in this window will feel different, lighter, truer, as though you've known them across lifetimes. With this heightened frequency comes greater sensitivity. Sounds may feel sharper, emotions more intense, and even the air itself charged with energy. This sensitivity is not weakness. It is proof that your spirit is tuning into subtler realms. You may feel like you are walking between worlds, straddling the physical reality and a higher, unseen dimension. One foot still touches the earth, while the other grazes the edge of divine possibility. This is the in-between space the mystics spoke of, a threshold where miracles can slip through. Momentum is building now. Each awakened choice, each release, each moment of clarity adds to a wave that cannot be stopped. For centuries, humanity has cycled through darkness and forgetting. But tonight marks a shift in direction. The collective current turns toward remembrance. The more you allow your awakening, the more fuel you add to this great turning. What feels small in your life, the decision to forgive, the courage to let go, the whisper of faith in your heart, is magnified into a collective force of transformation. So understand this. You are not awakening alone. You are part of something vast, a rising tide of souls walking into remembrance together. Every step you take echoes across the field of humanity, guiding others toward their own light. Tonight, September 2nd, 2025, the collective heartbeats, stronger because you are awakening, and together we are not just witnessing change, we are becoming it. What is unfolding tonight is not only personal, not only collective, it is planetary. The ancients whispered of a time when individual destinies and the fate of the earth itself would merge, creating a unified ascension. That time is now. Every awakening heart becomes part of a greater network, like stars in a constellation forming patterns of light across the sky. What happens within you does not stay within you. It flows into the living grid of the planet, activating points of energy that have been dormant for ages. Across the earth, this grid is awakening. From ancient temples to hidden mountains, from oceans to deserts, the frequency is rising. The ground hums with the pulse of ascension, and your own heart is one of its signal towers. Every time you choose compassion over judgment, courage over fear, or truth over illusion, you send a vibration into the planetary field. Imagine millions of hearts beating in rhythm, each pulse a broadcast of higher consciousness, weaving a net of light that no shadow can break. As this activation spreads, old systems begin to dissolve. Structures built on fear, greed, and separation cannot survive in higher frequencies. They collapse not because of violence, but because their foundation no longer matches the vibration of the earth. You may already sense this: the unraveling of old institutions, the exposure of hidden truths, the disintegration of illusions once thought permanent. What seems chaotic on the surface is simply the birth pangs of a new order rooted in awakened awareness. In this rising, interdependence becomes undeniable. Your awakening strengthens mine, and mine strengthens yours. No one ascends alone. Just as a single candle lights another without losing its flame, each act of awakening multiplies across the collective, igniting a fire that transforms the whole. This is why your choices matter. This is why your healing is not selfish, but sacred service. When you heal a piece of the world. The revolution we are living is not fought with weapons or walls, but with consciousness. It is not about overthrowing from outside, but dissolving from within. This is planetary ascension, a silent, unstoppable revolution born in the heart. And as of tonight, September 2nd, 2025, the Earth itself joins you in this awakening. Personal destiny and planetary destiny are no longer separate stories. They are one great ascension unfolding. Integration is where prophecy becomes reality. Tonight's cosmic gateway is powerful, but without grounding, the energy can scatter like sparks in the wind. Hermetic wisdom reminds us that, as above, so below. What is received from the heavens must be anchored into the earth. Indigenous traditions echo this truth. Visions are only complete when walked into daily life. This is why integration matters. Without it, awakening remains a dream. With it, awakening becomes embodiment. Begin with the breath. The breath is the bridge between spirit and body, between cosmic energy and human form. Inhale deeply, feeling the universe enter your lungs, and exhale fully, releasing what no longer belongs. Even 3 mindful breaths each morning align you with the rhythm of life. This simple act grounds vast celestial energies into your cells, reminding your body that it is safe to carry the light now awakening within you. Daily rituals become anchors for the soul. Light a candle with intention. Place your bare feet on the earth and feel her pulse. Speak words of gratitude before eating. These simple actions may appear small, but they bind intention to reality. Every ritual is a contract with the universe, saying, "I am present, I am willing, I am here to embody the transformation I have received." Hermetic teachers spoke of the law of correspondence, the truth that inner change must be mirrored by outer action. If you feel called to release, clean a corner of your home. If you feel ready to receive, write your desires in a journal and read them aloud. Indigenous shamans taught the same lesson in different language. Spirit must walk in the body, or it remains incomplete. Tonight, you are asked to honor both. Grounding also means listening to your body. Drink more water, walk under the sky, move gently to release the old energies still leaving your system. These acts are not ordinary. They are sacred. They tell your nervous system that you are prepared to carry the higher vibration. They remind you that your body is not separate from ascension, but the temple through which ascension becomes visible. Above all, honor the threshold. Tonight marks the end of one cycle and the dawn of another. Integration is your way of saying yes to the new. With every breath, every ritual, every step of embodied action, You weave prophecy into the fabric of your daily life. This is how transformation lasts. Tonight, September 2025, is not just another date on the calendar. It is a signal from the heavens. The rare alignment you are living through is the universe's way of declaring that the time of waiting is over. This is your threshold, your invitation, your moment to step forward. You are not guided here by accident. You are hearing these words because your soul is ready to awaken to its next chapter. If these messages stir something inside you, anchor it now. Write, "I am ready," in the comments, not just as words, but as a declaration to the universe that you accept the path unfolding before you. Share this video so others may hear the call. Someone in your life is waiting for confirmation, and you may be the messenger who delivers it. Like this video to amplify its energy, and subscribe so you remain connected to the guidance that will continue to flow. Understand this clearly. We are not building an audience. We are building a movement. Revolutionary consciousness is spreading across the planet, heart by heart, soul by soul. By joining in, you are not only claiming your own awakening, but you are strengthening the awakening of the collective. This is how change happens. Not in silence, but in shared vibration, in aligned intention, in souls standing together. So trust the signs you've received. Trust the dreams that refuse to leave you. Trust the whisper that says you are more powerful, more radiant, and more destined than you've ever allowed yourself to believe. Awakening is not a gift for the chosen few. It is the birthright of every soul, including yours. Tonight, the heavens are reminding you of what you already are: infinite, eternal, unstoppable. The doors are open now, but they will not remain open forever. Step forward. Claim your place. Walk into the destiny that has been waiting for you since before you were born. This is your time. This is your awakening, and together we rise.